little trash.
My voice is so fucked. This is gonna sound pretty crazy.
It's all good. Don't even worry about
I'll do
it.
the talking.
Yeah.
Talk
She
about
wanted to
something.
take pictures too, but I'm like, I don't know.
It's all good.
I'm pretty fucking
Don't
sweaty.
even worry about it. So, first, I just want to say that your music means a lot to me, and I've been a fan for a long time, and it's helped me through a lot of important things. So, thank you. How did you guys come up with the name Versus Self?
So I came up with it in high school in English 2 or English 3. I can't remember, but we were learning about like the different types of literary conflict.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's like character versus society, character versus character like person versus person, person versus self was one of them. And I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then like later, I guess that kind of just like came back to me. I was just like, that'd be a cool band name.
Very cool. I'm glad that it stuck. How did you guys meet each other?
So
Our love stories goes back way, way long.
yeah, I'll let you tell that one.
I met Greg, the previous drummer, at a record store, and then kind of stayed in touch. Was starting my early beginnings of my other project, and met Greg, and then we began staying in touch, and we played a show, our first show, Versus Self's kind of first comeback show from like the whole like pandemic whatnot thing, and we all just met, and we all got really close, made a split, and then just got to stay close, toured together, yeah, and then now play drums in the band. Me and Kyle have grown, become really, really good friends. It's awesome.
Yeah,
That is so lovely.
yeah. Honestly, like without Frankie, for sure, Versus Self would be over right now. Like, there's absolutely no one in the world who I would have wanted to continue Versus Self with if Frankie wasn't around. And like, we hadn't, like, our bands were just like so close already. Like, and it was just like,
You're like a package deal, basically.
yeah. So yeah, I feel like everyone else would be super bummed if anyone else played drums. I would be super bummed. So yeah, this is like the only way that it could work.
Lovely. If middle school you could see what you're doing now, what do you think they would say?
First off, middle school me probably would make fun of myself for some fucking reason. Middle school me would find a reason to make fun of myself.
You sold out, fool.
Yeah.
Try.
Yeah, for some reason what I'm doing would be fucking lame in some way. But also would probably be like secretly like jealous of myself as well. So yeah, weird.
Very good. It's lovely. Would you say you make music for a certain type of person or people, and if so, what would they be like? What would that person look like characteristics wise?
I mean, I make music for myself pretty much. Just make the music that I want to hear. I just, it's the only music I really know how to make.
Lovely. Would you rather be persecuted by the Taliban or subject to Chinese water torture?
That was a shift. Fuck.
It's for real, my brother used to do this thing where he would like hold me down and just tap on my forehead over and
Oh my
over, and like
goodness.
just tap on my forehead for minutes, and he would call it Chinese water torture.
So you're already conditioned.
Yeah, so I'm conditioned to that. So I'd probably go with that one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What musician or artist, it could be visual artist or movie people, has influenced your work the most?
As far as influence, the most, it would probably be, I don't know, there's a few. Maybe Victor Villarreal Tim Kinsella. I mean, it's like a list. Joe Reinhardt. My favorite person is Francis Quinlan from Hopalong. And their visual art and their lyrics, their music, it's all amazing. I don't know, without any of those people, I wouldn't make the music that I make today, along with a lot of other people. A lot of my friends are super inspiring me too. What about you, Frankie?
What?
Who inspires you?
You inspire me.
For real?
Hell yeah.
No, I mean like for real, what's your for real answer?
Oh, you as well. Awesome. You guys get what I'm saying?
Thank you so much.
I'm so bad at like names, but like a band, like Bird City Devils, was like one of the first bands I remember watching as a kid and listening to, so that like really inspired me. And then yeah, I would say that one. Yeah, let's think of that one. Yeah.
Do you guys think that they sacrifice babies in like the blood and humble?
Most definitely.
Definitely.
Really
I
I've never thought about that. I wouldn't put it past them.
Never thought about that.
I wouldn't put it
I
past
do it
them.
every day.
Are you guys Scientologists?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm
I knew someone though who like went to the Church of Scientology and just like chilled and like walked in and they like somehow like started like gathered all their information and started like stalking them.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy actually. But
That's pretty horrifying.
isn't there one in LA? The Church of Scientology?
There's many.
Is it really?
There's a huge one in Hollywood.
Yeah, that's right. It's
There's
a
tons
big
of-
ass one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's blue and everything.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they paint the windows like black. Like
That's so
it's
painful.
Flag, really?
Yeah, they're like fake windows or something.
What the fuck?
Right? They're just weird shit.
That is crazy, dude.
Do you guys have any personal philosophies that you live by? It could be like a quote or something from a movie or a TV show.
I mean, as far as like things that I live by, I don't know. I have a kind of driving force and a thing, or not a driving force, but I have like an experience that like I hold close to me and kind of make sure I check myself every once in a while and make sure it's more something like that I don't want to do. I don't want to be the older person in the scene who's a fucking asshole. Because when I was younger, there was a period where I was in a very, very dark place. And kind of to the point where I didn't know what was real and what wasn't, sort of deal. And I remember I tried to talk to one of the older dudes in the scene who I played so many shows with, and he kind of just looked at me and he was like, "Do you even know who I am?"
Oh,
And like, it just felt so fucking horrible. And so I'm just like, I never want to be the person who thinks just because I'm older and I've been in bands for longer than a lot of the people around me. Because I mean, the scene is very young right now. Like, there's a lot of young bands and stuff. I never want to think just because I'm older than anyone, I'm better than them in any way, or I have to look down on anyone. Like, yeah.
very cool. Have you guys made any sacrifices to be where you are now?
I'd say like time with people maybe sometimes, like relationships here and there, but also like it kind of goes like full circle where like you also build relationships with people.
Yeah.
You like kind of realize how small the like scene is, and that like all the people from miles and miles away, like just kind of bring friends with them just because of music. Like it's pretty crazy, but sometimes you also realize like you're not spending enough time with like close friends or like family, so that sometimes gets a little rough. But yeah, I would say that for me, that's kind of what I've sacrificed.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect answer for me too.
Do you have a favorite moment or experience since forming versus self? It could be like fans.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the last few shows that I've thrown at my house. It just feels really special to like be in my home with a bunch of like strangers and then people who I've met, like Frankie was saying, people you meet from like, you know, fucking Rhode Island or Texas, who are now like, you know, you start just by, you know, exchanging a few messages or whatever, and then come to like think of them as friends, and then, you know, now there's a bunch of people in my house and we're all like hanging out with them and like strangers and like everyone's having a good time. I don't know, it's just a really good feeling.
That's so cool. Is that your favorite, like, preferred venue, just like house shows?
Most definitely. The more intimate ones, like
Yeah.
floors are always fun. Although, like I think sometimes people do get a little bummed out when they can't see you. Like if they're not in like the first like front wave of people, they're like way in the back. But it's my favorite. I like when kids like fuck my drum set up. I think I really do. I think it's awesome. Someone's that close to like our area. That's really cool. And I feel like it's very cool seeing people also like jump off the stage. That's awesome. But I do always love like a floor show, playing the floor.
Yeah, it's funny because like I have like a love-hate with playing on the floor, because like my pedal board always gets stomped on, so sometimes my guitar will get unplugged or whatever, and it's just like, it's like I'm playing some stuff that's kind of difficult sometimes, so sometimes when people are bumping me, it makes it so I like can't do what I'm trying to do, so sometimes I get annoyed. But it's funny
I
because
saw that one girl today was like constantly going like right next to you. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, and it's funny because like one of these shows that I was the most fed up with it, the next day we played somewhere where we were still on the floor, but they had like wires for the PA out front, and like everyone was kind of treating it as this invisible barrier. Yeah, in Portland, so nobody was like crossing it. Yeah, so by the end of the set, I was in the crowd because I missed it. I was like, hey, what the fuck? Everybody come crowd me. Like, yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, the only thing that I don't like about playing smaller rooms now is just like, I mean, if it's a show around SoCal, that's fine, because the people around here get a lot of chances to see us. But it does really bum me out when we're like traveling and shit sells out, and then like there's a bunch of people who like are in our inbox like, oh fuck, I couldn't get, like I was waiting to get paid, and then like it sold out before I could get a ticket and that shit. I'm like, fuck. Cause like I've been there, you know, when a band you want to see comes through and you like sleep on the tickets for just a little bit too long, and then you're like, damn, I hope they come back sometime, but like, yeah.
It does suck for sure.
Do you have any hobbies that rejuvenate your creativity other than making music?
I have ADHD, so I get like hyper focused on one thing at a time. But one of the probably like the biggest thing that I keep coming back to is like running. I really love running, and hiking too. Basically anything that like just gets me outside and like away from my phone and like in fresh air and doing some sort of activity that makes me feel a little bit healthy. Like, yeah, that's very rejuvenating.
Absolutely.
I think of a lot of good lyrics on hiking for sure too.
And last question, what is your favorite food to like completely demolish after a show?
Chili Rihanna burritos.
Whoa.
That's like my favorite.
Those are good.
I eat like anything and everything, but I like Roscoe's a lot. Especially if we play out here. I always get bummed if we play too late because like it closes early, but also Cane's never misses, but
I've been to Roscoe's one time.
oh shit!
Yeah. I've been to Roscoe's
is Roscoe's?
I'm pescatarian, so I went to Roscoe's once after a show with Frankie, and I ate this big ass chunk of cornbread, and then I like the next day I'm fucking like peeing out my butt all day, and I realized like, oh fuck, I think usually people put like lard in corn or there's some sort of meat product that usually goes into cornbread, so I think
Really?
that's what happened. Yeah, because like if you go to the grocery store and you buy like
I'm not vegan.
if you buy like I think it's the Jiffy brand or whatever of cornbread, you'll notice that there's one that says vegetarian, which means that normally cornbread isn't vegetarian.
Oh my gosh.
So I forgot about that. And
So many people are punching air now.
Yes, so
yeah, they're like, what? I fucking love cornbread. I didn't know that meaning.
Yeah, that's so funny.
imagine being vegan for like 10 years and find out.
Like being super hardcore vegan too,
Yeah.
and then like fucking.
Yeah,
That would suck, dude.
I've been like off and on, not off and on, like I haven't eaten meat for like 16 years, but it's like been switching between vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, like back and forth between all those. So yeah, it kind of was like that. It was like, damn, I just poisoned my body and it's so mad at me.
Well, thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you. That was a
And
cool conversation.
yeah, I had a lot of fun and you guys always kill it. So thank you so much and yeah, stay safe.
You as well. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Thank you so much again. I'm gonna go